Genesis 30, breaking down the genetics of life. When Rachel saw that she bore no children to Jacob, she said, and as she envied her sister, she said to Jacob, "Give me children, or else I would die." When the Lord saw that Leah was not loved, he enabled her womb to be open. Always remember that Rachel remained childless. Jacob's anger burned against Rachel, and he said, "I am in God's place. Am I God? Can I make your plans to come on your height and your womb, where who has withheld from you the fruit of your womb? Do you not understand?" Laban gave his servant Betty to his daughter Rachel as an attendant. Further along, when she said, "Behold, my maid Betty, help, go with her, that she may bear on her knees, and I also may obtain children by her. Then they shall ask the way to Zion, in the face of every word, saying, Come, and let us join ourselves to the Lord in a perpetual covenant that shall not be forgotten." And she gave her Betty as her servant, as wife, and Jacob went into her. While Israel was living in that region, Reuben went in and established his father's concubine Rahel. This went on for many other generations, and Israel heard of it. Jacob of these 12 sons, Rahel conceived and bore Jacob a son. When remember, Jethro said, "God has judged me, and he has heard my voice, and has given me a son." Therefore she called his name Dan. Dan shall judge his people as one of all the tribes of Israel. And Bethuel, Rachel's servant, conceived again and bore Jacob a second son. Rachel said, "I have wrestled with my sister with mighty wrestling, and I have prevailed." She named him Naphtali. And Laban gave his servant Zebulun to his daughter as an attendant. Again, remember when Leah saw that she was furnished barren, she took Zebulun, her servant, and gave her to Jacob as wife. Zebulun, Leah's servant, bore Jacob a son. Leah said, "Unfortunate," she named him Gad. And Gad will be the band of raiders, but he will attack them at their hills. Therefore Leah's servant bore Jacob a second son. Leah said, "Happy am I, for the daughters will call me happy." She named him Asher, and he had regarded the lower state of the handmaiden. And behold, from henceforth all generations shall call me blessed. When in the days when we harvest and found mandrakes in the field, and brought it to his mother Leah. And Rachel said to Leah, "Please give me some to her son mandrake." The mandrake give a smell at the gates, and all manner of pleasant fruits, new and old, and have laid down for thee, O my beloved. Leah said to her, "And in a small matter that you have taken away my husband, would you also take away my son's mandrakes also?" Rachel said, "Therefore he will lie with you tonight for your son's mandrake." Jacob came from the field in the evening, and Leah went in to meet him, and said, "You come into me, for I have surely hired you with my son's mandrake." And he lay with her that night. God listened to Leah, and she conceived and bore Jacob the fifth son. Leah said, "God has given me a hire, because I have my servant, my husband." She named him as a child. Leah conceived again and bore a sixth son to Jacob. Leah said, "God has endowed me with a good jewelry, and now my husband will live with me, because I have borne him a sixth son." And she named him Zebulun. Afterwards she bore a daughter and named her Dinah. God remembered Rachel, and God listened to her and opened her womb. She conceived and bore a son, and said, "God has taken away my reproach." She named him Joseph, saying, "May Yahweh add another son to me." And Rachel bore Joseph. Jacob said to Laban, Rachel bore Joseph, Jacob said to Laban, "Send me away, that I may go to my own place and to my country. Give me my wives and my children, for whom I have served you, and let me go, for you know my service with you which I have served you." So Jacob served 7 years to get Rachel, but it seemed like only a few days to him because of his love for her. Jacob made love to Rachel also, and his love for Rachel was greater than his love for Leah, and he worked for Laban another 7 years. Laban said to him, "If now I have found favor in your eyes, stay here, for I have divined that Yahweh has blessed me for your sake. But now, please forgive their sin. But if not, then blot me out of the book you have written." And the king and his men went to Jerusalem unto to the Jebusite, the inhabitants of the land, which spoke unto David, saying, except thy sake away the blind and the lame, those shall not come ever, thinking David cannot come in ever. Now you be ready, that time you hear the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, psaltery, and the decimal, then all kinds of music. You fall down and worship the image which I have made. Well, but if you worship not, you shall be cast in the same hour into the midst of the burning furnace. And who is that God shall deliver you out of their hands? And if you bear fruit, well, if not, and after that thou shalt cut it down. And if they beat the gold into the plates, and cut into wires, to work it in blue, and in purple and scarlet, and in fine linen with cunning work, he said, appoint me a wager, and I will give it. And the curious girdle of his effort that was upon it, was it the same according to the word thereof, of gold, blue, and purple, scarlet, and fine twined linen, as the Lord commanded Moses. Jacob said to him, you know I have served you, and how your livestock has fared with you, and fared with me, and you know that with all my power I have served your father. I have been with you the 20 years now, and your sheep and your goats has not miscarried, nor have you eaten the rams from your flock, and I did bring your animals torn by wild beasts upon the loss of myself, and I demanded payment from me for whatever stolen by day or by night. That was my situation. The heat consumed me in the daytime, the cold at night, and I slept fresh from my eyes, and for a little with you before I came, and it was increased to the multitude. Yahweh bless you whatever I turn, and now I will provide for my own house also. But if you provide not for his own, especially for those of his own house, and he has denied the faith and is worse than the infidel. Laban said, what should I give you? Jacob said, you should not give me anything. If you will not do this thing for me, I will again feed your flock and keep it, and I will pass through the flock today, removing from every speckled and spotted one and every black one among the sheep, and spotted and speckled among the goats, this which will be my hire. And if he said, thus speckle such the wages of the cattle bear, before it so my righteousness will offset me for thereafter. And when are you concerning my hire that is before you? Every one that is not speckled and spotted among the goats, and black among the sheep, it might be with me when I was considered stolen. Laban said, behold, let it be according to your word, that they removed the more goats and the streaks spotted, and all the female goats, the speckled goats, and every one riding it, and the black ones among the sheep, that gave them in the hands of his son. And the 3 days he journeyed between his sons and Jacob, and fed to Laban's flocks. Genesis 30, the saga continues. Jacob and Rachel, love stories. He cried and he's cried. I did my time, and the days come. And when your son asks you, what does it mean? Say to him, with a mighty hand, the Lord brought us out of Egypt and out of the land of slavery. Laban said, he said, behold, let it be according to your word, that day you removed the male goats and were streaked and spotted, and all the female goats that were speckled and spotted, every one that had white in it, and all the ones were black ones among the sheep, and he gave them into the hands of his sons. He said 3 days' journey between himself and Jacob fed the rest of Laban's flocks. And he cried, if I said, the speckled ones would be your wages, then all the flocks gave birth to speckled young. And if I said the streaked ones would be your wages, then the flock bore streaked ones. So God has taken away your father's lifestyle and given them to me in breeding season, once in a dream then, in which I looked up and saw the milk goats made in, where the flock was streaked and speckled and spotted. And the angels of God said to me in the dream, Jacob, I answered, here I am I. And he said, look up. And he said, what do you see? Milk goats made in with the flocks and streaks and spotters, for I have seen all that Laban has been doing to you. Jacob took to himself rods and fresh poplar, almond, plain, and tree, and peeled white streaks in them, and made white a pair with which it was in the rods. And he cried, now the priest And he set the rods rich, and he peeled opposite the flocks in the watering troughs, where the flocks came to drink. And they conceived when they came to drink. And the flocks conceived before the rods. The flocks produced streaks, spotted and speckled. Jacob separated the land and set the face of the flocks towards the street. And all the black and Laban's flock he put as he drove apart, and didn't put them in Laban's flock. Whatever the stronger of the flock conceived, Jacob laid in the rods in front of the eyes of the flock and watering troughs, that he might conceive among the rods. But when the flock were feeble, it didn't put them in. So the feebler were Laban's, and the stronger was Jacob's. And the man's waxed great, and went forward and grew, and until he became very, very great. The man increased exceedingly, and had large flocks, female servants and male servants, and camels and donkeys. For he had possession of the flocks, possession of the herd, and a great store of servants. And he cried, but the Philistines envied him. And then his servant left, taking with him tens of his master's camels loaded with all kinds of good things from his master.
Genesis 4.